quick shout out to my patrons, Darius Job and RX. If you want to get an exclusive video every month, just check out my Patreon in the description. Quick, get in. I don't want anyone seeing that you're here. And shut the door on your way in. Thank you. Crisis? Oh, I don't have one. Well, not something you'd consider a crisis. I know. You could be helping someone who actually needs help. Trust me, it's fine. And so are you. Nothing. Don't worry about it. And besides, I run all the crime on this side of the city. I told them to stay quiet tonight. Plus, your super friends, or whatever you call them, have the rest of the city handled. You can take a night off. Promise. Nope, no tricks up my sleeve. This is just, actually, my house. All my gadgets are elsewhere. Why, are you the type of person who finds fluffy slippers threatening? Consider this my home away from evil lair. You can calm down. I mean, given our past, I won't ask you to drop your guard, but I'll give you my word, I have no intention on deceiving you or harming you. So, do you have like a new suit you're planning to unveil at the parade tomorrow, or were you just planning on... wait. Please, don't go. Look, I'm not having a great night, and I could really use the company. Look, I know we're not friends, but I don't have any friends. You're like the only person I can call. Will you just stay for a little bit? Thank you. How's the slash I gave you last week doing? Really? I always forget about the goddamn healing factor. I guess I'll try to be more careful next time. Oh, it's nothing. Oh, fair warning. I have something planned for next month, so leave your weekends open. Oh my lord, I am a terrible hostess. I brewed myself a cup of tea and didn't even offer you anything to drink. Can I get you water, ice, no ice, sparkling, room temp? I'm sorry. It's one thing to call in an anonymous temp to your Nemesis's hotline, and another trying to make small talk without shooting off one-liners. It's hard to find the words to say. I wish I could just ask you to help me out, since you speak so beautifully and always seem to know what to say. I mean, you've almost won me over several times. That's why I always let you try and talk me down. That and it's in the rule book. Please, take a seat. You look stiffer than a statue standing over there. I promise this isn't a breakup. I plan to keep my villainy going for a long time. Thank you. Well, how's the journalism thing going? Oh, of course I know about your alter ego. I've known since, like, a year after we became rivals. You weren't exactly hiding it very well. Pro tip, don't befriend your superhero stuff and get the most insightful in your first-person interviews from someone you're trying to prove you're not. After reading the few articles and making a call or two to your agency, it wasn't very hard to put two and two together. Realized who you are. That and when you're notorious in your office for being late and always canceling plans just when we brawl, it definitely doesn't take a genius. Even though I'm pretty sure I qualify. I mean, I definitely could have gone down another path instead of mad scientist. But tonight, I think I'd rather leave the masks at the door. As long as you're alright with that. Well, normally you're fighting Dr. Miserable, but tonight, consider me just Orchid. And who would that make you? Of course, I already know, but that's impolite, so I'd rather hear it from you. Plus, legally, I'm pretty sure I found out through stalking. Oh, I didn't call any of my lieutenants because they're terrified of me. Yeah, well, I offered to take them out drinking one day after a bank heist I pulled off a few years back, but they all conveniently had somewhere to be. Crazy, I know. Eh, it's what I expect. On my end, I rule by fear, and making friends tends to be a bit difficult. Yet I'm not certain I want to rule with love either. I've seen how well that goes from you. All those traitors' heroes you've had to deal with. But I'll admit it takes strength. A certain strength that superpowers can't provide. You've got plenty. And I think it's that same strength that lets you sit on a couch with your sworn enemy and talk to them like your college roommates discussing what classes you should take. It's one of the things I admire about you. Speaking of, how much do you bench? Like 300, 958, clean 2K? Those things look like they're made of marble, but I feel like they feel like pillows. Oh, wow. Usually I'm on the receiving end of a punch, so I haven't really gotten to feel how soft your muscles are, but Jesus. Like, I've seen you destroy things I have made out of pure metal, like they were only paper. And just then go and pick up a little kitten in a tree without even creasing a single hair. You are so out of my league. All I do is make robots. I mean, compared to you, that's nothing. I appreciate you trying to salvage my ego. Oh, you really think that? Oh, I never knew you felt that way. I mean, I see you as my equal as well. I would have to in order to keep, locking horns with you all the time, but that gets to me sometimes. You've put me through a lot. I feel like I've grown, not only in skill level, but as a person, because of you. I mean, I'm no longer just a petty criminal robbing banks with, honestly, machines that were probably held together mostly by electrical tape. And you've come a long way from being a wonder kid. Hmm. I needed that. So, what gives? You know what I mean. Why did you come here today? No, 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 no. Not the cookie cutter stuff you tell cameras. I might be your adversary, but I probably know you better than many people. Maybe even yourself. It's 2:30 in the morning. You just got back from rerouting an asteroid that was going to wipe out an entire continent, and yet you're doing night patrols and answering your hotline. Aren't you exhausted? Stop lying to me. I can see the bags under your eyes. You should be resting. If you keep this up, the symbol of peace won't be as invincible as everyone thinks. Oh, please. Both of us know you get sloppy when you're tired. You're not invulnerable. One too many slip ups and I'll lose you. You heard me. I don't want to lose you. No, you don't get it. Listen, I know I'm just your enemy, but to me, you're more than just someone who challenges my worldview and tries to get me to understand your side. I mean, you actually try and reason with me. You treat me like a person no matter what I do, no matter how messed up it is. You always seem to think there's something redeemable about me. I guess it's just time for me to get out with it. I called you here because I didn't want to be alone tonight, and I didn't have anyone else to call. But that is not the whole reason. I called you here because, despite my own denial, I've grown quite fond of you. First, I thought it was just a desire to fight you again. And then it turned into my mind wandering, thinking about what you were doing. Then missing the sound of your voice and replaying our fights on TV. I even got a disguise went to your book signing. My heart was racing the entire time, wondering if I was going to do something that would give me away and ruin my chance to be around you without either of us trying to kill each other. Worst part is, after I got your autograph, you offered me a hug. And I got so flustered that I ran away. Slipped into a back alley and screeched with happiness because I finally got your autograph. And then afterwards, I started kicking myself for running away instead of hugging you. I hate to say it, but I am head over heels for you. And I cannot hide it. And I won't, I can't spend another night alone wishing you were nearby without at least you knowing how I feel. Can I finally got that hug? I hope you don't mind me being cheesy, but kind of been dreaming of this. Feels actually a lot better than I could have imagined. I think it's the muscles. Jesus. Do you mind staying the night? Honestly, it's less of a request and more of a demand. It's okay if you don't feel the same way I do, but I can't let you go back out there. While I'm probably just being selfish because I want to spend the night with you, part of me also wants to protect you and take care of you. You are more than welcome to my guest bedroom if that's what you'd prefer, but I also have plenty of space in my room if you'd prefer. And if by some miracle you feel the same way I do, all I ask is that you stay by my side. Just let me hold you for a little bit. We can just leave our mouse by the door and sort this out later. Just give me a chance.